Είναι λοιπόν προσωπική μου χαρά και τιμή να καλέσω στο βήμα του Συνεδρίου της Νέας Δημοκρατίας την επικεφαλής υποψήφια του Ευρωπαϊκού Λαϊκού Κόμματος για την Προεδρία της Κομισιόν, την κυρία Ursula von der Leyen. Madam President, the floor is yours.
Mr. President of Neo Demokratia, dear Kyriakos, Mr. President of the Republic of Cyprus, dear Nikos, my dear friends here from Neo Demokratia and of course from the EPP family, it's a great, great pleasure to be here today with you, with so many friends and familiar places. This is my first stop on the campaign since I was elected as candidate in Bucharest, and I cannot think of a better place to start than in Athens, because indeed 50 years ago in this very place the protocol of the accession to the European Community was signed. And as I often say to my dear friend Kyriakos, I am amazed by the work you have done since then. And I want to be here in person to congratulate you and to say that you can be so proud of what you have achieved. And I'm always just as amazed of the beauty of this country and the people and of the unique blend of cutting-edge modernity and beautifully preserved antiquity. And I always see this timeless tradition living through the architecture of this great city. Because just as Greek mythology, philosophy, and above all, democracy has shaped the lives of people through the centuries, so has Greece's architecture shaped cities across the world for thousands of years. And as I look to the Greece of 2024, I am reminded of the distinct columns or the pillars we see here of ancient Greece that still stands strong across this country to this very day. Because today, my friends, Greece is a pillar. Greece is a pillar of the international community and economy. Greece is a pillar of NATO. Greece is a pillar of our collective security and support to Ukraine. And Greece is a strong and proud pillar of our European Union. And that is thanks, above all, to the people of Greece. It is thanks to all of you here in this room and to all in Neo Demokratia, and thanks to you, Kyriakos, and thanks to you all, Greece's story in the last years is a story of amazing recovery. And I want to pay tribute to you for that. This is impressive. It is not so long ago that Greece was staring into the abyss. But under your leadership, Greece is now an economic frontrunner. Under your leadership, Greece's economy has outperformed the Eurozone average. Under your leadership, Greece is driving growth and innovation. It is attracting investment from across the world. And it is home to some of Europe's fastest growing startups. And you have achieved all of this while supporting people where it matters, their wages, their pensions, their daily lives. My friends, there is no doubt. You have done Greece proud, and you have done Europe proud. My dear friends, the key to Greece's transformation has been leadership, courage, and trust to deliver on the things that really matter. And in this more volatile and more unstable world, this is exactly what Europe will need in the years ahead. And we know that we can do it. Since 2019, we have shown what we can do when Europe is united and ambitious. Together, we overcame a global pandemic, ensuring that citizens in every member state got their vaccines at the same time. Together, we pulled our economies back from the brink with Next Generation EU. And I want to thank Kyriakos for his invaluable leadership in making that happen. Together, we are leading the fight against climate change with the European Green Deal. And at the same time, we are showing true solidarity to those most affected. We saw more than 10 countries provide support to Greece in battling the devastating wildfires in the Alexandroupolis region, just as we saw Greece help others in their time of need. This is European solidarity at its best. Together we stood up to the energy blackmail of Putin, and we brought energy prices down. And last, but far from least, it was together that we delivered the Pact on Migration and Asylum, turning an Achilles heel into a success story. And I want to pay tribute to Margaritis Kinas for his skillful steer and great leadership in delivering on the Pact. Margaritis, this is outstanding. My friends, to be very clear what this Pact is all about. We have fulfilled our international obligation for migration in the past, we do it today, and we will do it in the future. But it is us, Europeans, who decide who comes to Europe and under what circumstances, and not the smugglers and traffickers. My friends, there's a lot at stake in the upcoming elections. Our peaceful and united Europe is being challenged like never before, both from within and from outside. Russia not only tries to wipe Ukraine off the face of earth, but Russia's aggression is broader, undertaking hybrid attacks against Europe for years, be it through cyber attacks, or manipulation of social media, or instrumentalization of migrants. And Putin's friends here in Europe are trying to rewrite our history and hijack our future, whether in the guise of populists or demagogues, whether this is the AfD in Germany or the Rassemblement National in France, the Confederacja in Poland, or others. The names may be different, but their goal is the same. They are trampling on our values, and they want to destroy our Europe, and we will never, ever let this happen. So, my friends, in the days, weeks, and months ahead, our job is to fight back. And that is why in this election, We are standing up for Europe. We are standing up for democracy. We are standing up for prosperity. And we are standing up for security. We are proud Europeans. And I choose the word security carefully, because it is clear that our next frontier in Europe's collective defense and security, an issue on which there can be no return to innocence. Kyriakos knows this all too well, as the only EU and NATO leader to have suffered a direct attack when visiting Odessa with President Zelensky. That shows Russia's ruthlessness. We need to step up European defense spending collectively. Europe must spend more, spend better, and spend European. And Greece is among those leading the way, spending over 2% of its GDP on defense, and you have provided invaluable support to Ukraine. My dear friends, as we all know, war is anchored in Europe's history. And as we also know, European cooperation on defense is not. But just as war is not a thing of the past in Europe, defense cooperation must be the mark of the future in Europe. And that is exactly what we will stand for in this campaign. And as we make good on the European promise of peace, so must we make good on the European promise of prosperity. That means strengthening our social market economy and our competitiveness. Our European Green Deal turned the fight against climate change into a plan for growth, clean industry, and social fairness. Now we need to continue supporting our industry and small businesses to implement. Just look at the startup ecosystems in places like Athens and Thessaloniki. They show the way in unlocking innovation, entrepreneurship, and investment, and we will make sure that the future of our clean tech industry is made across Europe and right here in Greece. That's the place to be. My dear friends, throughout our history, Europe has never truly enjoyed security and prosperity without democracy. And this is why previous generations fought so hard for freedom from dictators and fascists. And we do not need to look far to see that this fight for our democracy is never over. It is here in the cradle of democracy that I am proud to stand with you and to stand up for Europe. So, my friends, let's roll up our sleeves. 59 days till elections start. Let's stand up for prosperity. Let's stand up for security. Let's stand up for democracy. And above all, my friends, let's stand up for Europe. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Κυρίες